Hi, beautiful souls. Coach Rachel Lynn back with another video for you today. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who have made comments on the videos, I deeply appreciate all of your support and just wanted to throw that out there in the beginning today. So thank you all. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to switch gears a little bit from the nature of some of the videos that I have posted. Previously, I posted a lot on like success, some material from my book, Drive Yourself Successful, where you're at on the road of life, and a lot of law of attraction videos. But today, what I want to do is just simply share what I think will be a very inspiring experience that I had with an inspiring message to you if you have ever lost a loved one before and you're dealing with the grief and unanswered questions or unresolved issues that you may have around that loss. So today is just a story of a very um, unique experience that I feel like I had and that I feel will be beneficial to you in just hearing it. So, years ago, I lost my grandfather, and he and I were very close. And, he died my senior year of when I was finishing my bachelor's degree. And that was a really tough time for me. But before he passed, about maybe 6, 7 months before he passed away, I had a dream. And the dream was my grandfather taking me through each room of his house. And he finally sat me down in what we called the fire room of his house. That's where he had a coal stove. And he said, which he gave everybody funny nicknames, okay? So my nickname was Mop because of my hair. But he said, Mop, I have to tell you something. I'm getting sick and I'm getting ready to die. And in my dream, I said, That's okay, Paul. We'll see each other one day again. That's okay, Paul. We'll see each other one day again. And it was like that statement repeated over and over through the entire dream, like the entire night. So what happened was about 6, 7 months later, my grandfather's stove malfunctioned in the middle of the night and it completely smoked up their entire house. And my mother had to go and get my grandparents because they couldn't stay in there with all the smoke that had happened. It didn't catch fire; it just smoked up the home. So keep in mind the significance of my grandfather leading me through each room of his house and sitting me down in the room with his stove to tell me he was getting sick and getting ready to die. So just take note of that. But what happened was the smoke that had gotten into his lungs that night aggravated and caused like congestive heart failure with him. So he started on a downhill spiral after that night. And spent quite a bit of time in the hospital. And I was actually with him when he passed. And what I said to him was, That's okay, Paul. We'll see each other one day again. That's okay, Paul. We'll see each other one day again. And I just thought like there was something there that had given me an indication or a warning that my grandfather was going to die and that I needed to prepare for that. But the dream was so specific to each part of the home that, I mean, I just think that is definitely a powerful thing to share. And what came next was it had been several years since I lost my grandfather. And if you've lost someone that you love, that's tough. It's tough to not have them around. It's tough to not be able to call them, to talk to them. There's a lot of stages that go with grief that we experience. I mean, there's shock, there's anger, there's depression, there's guilt. And then at the end, acceptance of, this person is not coming back and I need to reinvest in my own life and take the energy that I've spent grieving into, living my best life and finding ways to honor that person that we lost. But here is just a phenomenal thing that I want to share with you of what happened to me years after my grandfather's death. So my grandfather's birthday is September 18th. And this was the night before his birthday. And I was getting ready to go to bed. I was scrolling my Facebook feed, and I had realized that a lot of things I was seeing that week had pictures of dragonflies on them. And it could be articles or, just different things. And I read an article that night before I went to sleep that was talking about asking for signs from your loved one, that they're there, that they want to be able to communicate with us, but we don't always see those things or believe that they can even occur. So I thought, okay, Paul, tomorrow is your birthday. Send me a dragonfly. Just let me know that you're okay. Send me a dragonfly. So I shut down my Facebook, went to bed that night, went to work the next day, and I forgot during the day that it was my grandfather's birthday. And I went about my day. That evening, I was going to a friend's house for the night. And on my way, it was maybe about 8:30 at night. I was like, "Oh, Paul, it's your birthday." Like, I didn't see a dragonfly, but happy birthday. I love you. I didn't think much about it. So when I got to my friend's house, I set my bags down and they were like, "Oh, wait, you got to come see this." And to my just amazement, there was a large dragonfly. I mean, it was like one of the biggest dragonflies I've ever seen in my life. It was hanging above the chair that I sit in when I was at my friend's house. I immediately just started tearing up and I said, "Oh my gosh," because my friend didn't know anything about my grandfather's birthday or, what I had asked for or anything of that nature. I had not had that discussion with anyone. But when I saw that dragonfly hanging above the chair where I sat at my friend's home, I knew. Like, there was no question in my mind. That was a sign from my grandfather. Like, here's your sign, Rachel. I'm okay. You got it. And um that friend had never seen a dragonfly at their home. They didn't live near water or anything of that nature. They said, "I've never seen a dragonfly here at this house," and never saw one afterwards. So there is no doubt in my mind that that was a sign from my grandfather, who had passed on years and years before, that he was okay and that he was able to recognize that I wanted that sign from him and that he's still very much present spiritually, maybe not in physical form, but spiritually in just a different capacity than what I had him before. So I've shared that as a therapist with a lot of my clients who were grieving, because I think that that can offer a sense of comfort and peace to anyone who has lost a loved one who needs that sign or has doubt. And there were times that I asked for the sign and I didn't get it. But for whatever reason, that day on his birthday, that sign to me was very loud and clear. So I just wanted to share that personal experience with you guys about my grandfather, so that you can maybe look at the things that you're dealing with through your own grief, and hopefully find that of comfort and encouraging as you navigate your grieving process and find a way to move forward with that closure that you need to invest in your life and honor your loved one that has passed on in physical form, but not spiritually, not in the energetic way, so to say. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like the things that I share, please don't forget to subscribe. And I promise I will bring you more inspiration to get you through your day, your week, and to navigate toward your future. Thank you.